Have you ever pulled the vent cover off and looked inside? If your answer is no, or no, I haven't done it in a long, long time, then I will warn you. Do not do it without a vacuum in hand. Cleaning the floor and the ceiling vents and the air returns is something that you need to do to keep your heating and cooling system clean. That's what we're going to talk about today. However, before we talk about that, let's talk about how often you should do this. The simple answer is way more often than you or I or 99% of the population are actually going to do it. I try to clean my vents once a year. And I try to clean the ceiling and the wall vents 2 or 3 times a year because the dust is more obvious on them. There have been times in my life where I went multiple years without cleaning the heating vents. And I tell you this because this is a cleaning motivation video. It is not, well, and it's also a cleaning how-to kind of video, but it is not a make you feel guilty because your house isn't immaculate video, because I don't keep my house immaculate either. This is for when you're feeling extra motivated to clean, or you're having a family cleaning day, or when you need a chore idea that you can assign to your kids because they've gotten themselves in trouble. Hey friend, I'm Amy on a Lolly Live, and I want you to know that you are enough, even when your house isn't sparkly clean. Just the fact that you've gotten out of bed today means that you are doing better than I have on occasion. And if you aren't actually out of bed, just know you aren't alone. Things will get better. Keep trying. I love you. I use the hose part of my vacuum to clean it. And I usually start in one room and I work my way around the house. I use the attachment with the brush end to clean the vents. You can take these to the sink and wash them, and I've done that on occasion when they've really needed it, but most of the time I just take the brush and I just, vacuum it off, except for it's actually attached to something. I don't have it attached right now. Obviously, that doesn't work. Before you vacuum out the vent, check and make sure that there isn't anything important down there. Actually, tell me in the comments the strangest thing that you've found in a heating vent. I know I found some very strange things before. Like this video. Push the hose down the vent tunnel, or whatever it's called. Like a heating duct? Yeah, I think it's called a heating duct. Push the hose down the heating duct. I love the sound of all that dirt and yuck being sucked into the vacuum. When all the clunking sounds are done, then you're almost done. Then I push the hose in a little bit further and wiggle it around to get any dust that I might be able to reach. I love my Dyson vacuum, and I've had it for a lot of years. A lot of years. So many that I'm actually going to have to replace the hose. I have one on order, but I just taped it until I can replace it. I love the fact that I can buy replacement parts for it, but if I had to buy a new vacuum, I would definitely buy another Dyson. If you're looking for a new vacuum, I have information in the description about a Dyson that's a similar model to what I have now. It's actually the new and improved model, because this one is so old, they have new and improved models now. And that's probably what I would purchase if I had to buy a new vacuum right now. Again, thankfully, I do not. But if you're looking for one, there's some information for you. It only takes a few minutes to clean your heating vents and the air ducts. And since I already have the vacuum out and I'm down here on the floor, I oftentimes will pair cleaning the hair ducts. I oftentimes will pair cleaning the air ducts with cleaning the baseboards. There are 2 spots on the baseboards that you should drag your hose, where the floor and the baseboard meet and on the top of the baseboard. I use the brush attachment for the top of the baseboard to knock any dust that has settled there loose, and then it sucks it right up into the vacuum. I use the nose. I actually don't know what this is called. I just made that up right then if you can't tell. If you know what this is called, let me know in the comments. I use the nose on the bottom because I think it does a better job than the brush, and I use the brush on top because I think it does a better job than the nose. If you have a chair rail, then you can do that at the same time as well. Another place you might want to dust occasionally is when you pull the furnace filter out. You might want to get your vacuum hose and vacuum up inside of there just a little bit to see if you can clean that out some. This is the parts bag for my carpet cleaner, and you might be thinking, why do you have the parts bag for your carpet cleaner here? And the reason why is because I keep a comb in there to help clean it after I've used it. So I have this cleaning comb. It's kind of like a cleaning toothbrush, but it's not a toothbrush, it's a comb. After you have cleaned, oftentimes there's stuff caught in the brush. And that's what I use this for. I just do this and kind of get it out. I usually do this while it's on because then it just sucks it right into the thing and I don't have anything to clean up. That's how I clean the stuff out of the bristles. While using the brush attachment doesn't make things sparkly clean, it does a pretty good job. This kind of cleaning is simply meant to keep your house running and in order. It is not the kind of cleaning that you use after a disaster. There are times when it makes sense to hire a professional, but most of the time you do not need to pay for a professional cleaning. Well, obviously that's my opinion, but I'm just saying if you're struggling financially, even a little bit, then do it yourself. If you're wondering what kind of disaster would have you hire somebody to professionally clean the ductwork in your house, I have an example. We had torrential rains in the area, and soon after, my glasses kept fogging up. I had glasses at the time, and so my glasses just kept fogging up while I was inside the house. It was really bizarre, and I couldn't figure out why. The miracle answer happened when my toddler decided to slide some small toys through the slats in the heating vent. I pulled the vent cover off to retrieve the toys and discovered that the ductwork that ran through our slab foundation in our house was almost completely full with water. That day, I was extremely thankful for a mischievous toddler shoving toys where they didn't actually belong because I don't know if I could have figured that out without his help. I didn't even know that could happen. Having the ducts in your concrete foundation flood with water, I had no idea that was even a thing. After we fixed the problem and took steps to make sure that it wouldn't happen again, we paid for a professional to come and clean the ductwork in our house. That was a situation where we needed someone with the proper equipment to do a very professional job to make sure that we did not have any mold issues. Another thing that sometimes requires a professional, but I usually do myself, is carpet cleaning. Click on the playlist in the corner to find out if a home carpet cleaner is right for you. Remember, you matter. We all have faults and we all fail, but that doesn't change your worth. Get up, try again. Never, never, never give up. You got this. And I'll see you on the next episode of A Lolly Life.